war in Syria has become incredibly complicated over the past 4 years, and that's because there are so many different groups fighting on the ground for very different reasons. But essentially, you have four main contingents. Firstly, you have the Syrian army, which is loyal to the regime of Bashar al-Assad. Then you have ISIS, which is now in control of large swaths of territory in the east of the country. In the northwest, you have various Islamist groups and also some moderate groups who are fighting primarily against the regime, but also against ISIS. And then here in the northeast, you have mainly Kurdish fighters with the YPG who are fighting against ISIS. Now, all of these different factions have different international backers. So the regime is supported heavily by Russia and by Iran. The Islamists in the northwest of the country are supported by Saudi and Qatar. And the U.S. has also given limited support to some of the moderate groups in the northwest, but also to the YPG here in the northeast. Now, recently, the Russians have dramatically increased their involvement in this conflict, launching hundreds of airstrikes on various rebel groups that are fighting against the regime, and also supplying the Syrian army with sophisticated weapons. The U.S. has responded by dropping 50 tons of ammunition to various groups in this region that are fighting against ISIS. And Saudi Arabia has also accelerated the flow of anti-tank missiles that it is supplying to its Islamist allies in the northwest of the country, all of which has really raised the specter that Syria has ultimately become a proxy war. And with all the different factions focusing now on gaining a decisive military advantage, very few are willing to come to the negotiating table.